One thing that in our business to business environment could be good because we deal with a lot of bootstrap business owners um, would be that we're doing you a favor in terms of you need to get your tax write off this year. So here's X thousand dollars towards any of our products. So just to incentivize you, not only will you get the benefit of this, but depending on what tax bracket you're in, you might get actually double what you buy. Hey everybody, this is Roland, Frasier, and Ryan Deiss on Business Lunch. Welcome to the next episode, which we were talking about all things holiday. So holiday sales showdown was kind of what we came up with, and I think it's a really cool. Well, first off, Ryan, how are you doing today?
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you for
Nice.
asking. How about yourself?
I am fabulous. Thank you. The this came about. This topic came about, I think, as a result of we've had some really good successes going from pre Black Friday into Black Friday into Cyber Monday, and then right after that, another promotion. Right after that, a live event that did well. Now going into another promotion this week, and looking at that momentum, we in just one of our businesses pretty much doubled sales in the first 15 days. Like we hit our month goal 50, actually it's 13 days into the month of December. And it happened in kind of retrospect because we actually go figure. We actually planned these interlocking or successive promotion kinds of things. And so then that got us to thinking, well, we've got the whole rest of the year. As we record this, it's December 18th. And so we're going to release it as soon as possible so you guys can benefit. But as we're thinking about the rest of this year, not just taking our foot off the gas, because there's a whole lot of time left. There's 17 days is it 17 days to Christmas? No, it's 8 days, 8 days. 8 days? 7 days. 7 days. 7 days. Can't do math.
This is an unknowable number.
But I think that means it's 2 weeks to the end of the year. And then you've got all of the beginning of the year stuff. So like, why stop midway through fourth quarter and not be thinking about how do I push on through, still have my holiday time, but then get into the first part of the year and make January and February as exciting as it was doing the end of Q4 of the preceding year. And while it won't be Black Friday, and you definitely have consumer sentiment to think about and things like that, you do have a lot of people that are out there thinking about what they're going to do for the new year. So New Year's resolutions, really from now until the end of January, from setting them, implementing them, and then tracking and keeping and staying on track is a tremendous opportunity. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of talk about what do we do to make that happen? Thoughts, feelings, emotions?
Yeah, I mean, we could just go in. I could talk about some stuff that we do at some of our companies that have worked historically, and then just some more kind of broader, sentiment ideas. So where you want to start?
Let me maybe just a couple of concepts for everybody, and then we'll go into our case studies. So one of the things would be it's still a really good time to do urgency offers. So deadline funnels and countdown timers and things like that. That really helps us with scarcity. So if you guys are thinking about flash sales, limited edition products like drops kind of things, whatever can create a sense of FOMO. We've been creating a lot of FOMO around AI and that like our offers for different access to AI GPTs we built and things like that are something that you want to take advantage of, but it's a limited time to get it. Nike did a thing called Cyber Week, which was a whole bunch of flash sales with deep discounts. I'm not a big fan of discounts. I like bundles and things like that better. And what they did was basically partner with local influencers for live shopping events featuring limited time deals. Are we doing anything like that on the side of the house of the companies you manage?
Yeah, so Digital Marketer for years and years has run the 12 days of deals. And it's basically, obviously a, hat tip to the 12 days of Christmas. But every day of the 12 days of Christmas, there is a new deal. It is a new bundle. and each one of them goes live. And it's live for, I can't remember if it's 48 or 72 hours, but it's live for a couple of days. And then that deal expires. And then the next day, a new one appears. So every day after the first, 2 or 3 days, every single day you've got something new. You've got something that's expiring. And so it's a bit like an advent calendar where you go and you open the little window and you see like, ooh, what's the treat for today? And then and you get that benefit of both novelty and scarcity. And the combined benefit of those two just gets people going back and checking what's going on. So I think a 12 days of deal sale, and again, it doesn't have to be discounts. Typically they're bundles, but things that are bundled together in interesting ways with a bit of a story around them, that's a good way to do to lean into the season.
The other thing I like that you're doing there is that you have, because different things close at different times, there's always something closing. So there's urgency throughout the entire period. Does that start 12 days before Christmas and end on Christmas? When do you start and end that?
I cannot remember if we, so it definitely doesn't start 12 days before Christmas because we haven't done it yet. I think it follows the traditional, liturgical church calendar, which starts like the 12 days of Christmas, I believe, goes through January 6th, which is Epiphany.
Yeah, it starts on the 25th, I think, and goes through, the 4th or something like that.
Yeah, I believe that's the case.
Maybe it's the 5th if I count 12 days.
I think it's the 6th.
That's cool.
But
okay. All right, we'll take that. So we're doing a similar thing that is, because I don't like deals, it's giving. So we're basically saying we're giving you during these 12 days between the 25th or 26th and the 5th or 6th, we're giving you different things. And so it might be a $1 access to a thing that we have not introduced yet, so that we think you might want. It might be a suggestion of 7 books, but each day is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes up to 12. And so it's the first time that we've tried that, but I wanted to do it more than a deals, like kind of as a like a gift guide kind of thing, and also to encourage people to take these things and give to other people. So kind of trying to get a sharing virality thing going at the same time that they were amazing values and stuff. And we're not selling I think we're selling on maybe half of those things, and then the other half is just straight gift, straight value. But I think that's a cool way to go. Another thing that was suggested is frictionless checkout. So Amazon's one-click purchases and mobilized checkout flow, and that kind of stuff, and then buy now, pay later options. So we have done the weekly payment thing, which has helped because we have a lot of high ticket things. So a lot of our stuff now is get started for as little as to try to reduce the friction of maybe sticker shock as to like high priced items that we have in high ticket. We haven't really done pre-filled forms or anything like that. We have definitely done multiple payment options. Are you playing with any of those things? And is there anything else that you might think could be good?
So I do think the frictionless payment processing is big. We were not set up to do that years ago. And because the cart was just very, it was very rudimentary. It was designed to kind of sell single off items because we didn't sell a lot of, bundles and a lot of things on different days. So we had to completely rebuild and redesign and introduce a new card structure to allow for it. And it definitely paid dividends.
I like it. And anything else, any other strategies that you have seen people using successfully or that you think would be good to mention? Definitely payment plans, buy now, pay later, friction-free pricing, those kinds of things. I think one of the things that you and I talk about a lot is like the challenge that we have when we want to buy a SaaS. You have to get a demo. That's terribly friction inducing, but I've seen case studies that say that the reason they all do it is that they end up selling more that way than they do through the friction-free self-service way. Do you have thoughts on that for I guess it would apply to, for us, a lot of things we have book a call as opposed to buy now. And I think it's generally driven by price point. But I'd love to. What could we share with folks that might help them with respect to that? Do you think?